relative links are a tough area for some people to grasp. You may have to read that section of your text over a few times. You really need to get it though, because if you don't have relative links right, you will not be able to link to other pages within your website properly, and images for that matter too. Because in your resume website, you're going to want to have subfolders to keep yourself organized. So you have to understand relative links. This, by the way, is one of the biggest reasons that some people go towards page authoring software like Dreamweaver, because it keeps track of relative links on by itself. But it's a lot better if you understand how it's supposed to work first yourself, even if you choose to use some kind of software like that in the future. Although, frankly, professionals don't use Dreamweaver or similar software very much. And it makes code which has pretty obviously been made by a code writing machine as opposed to a person. Okay, so relative links. Let's take a look. So the idea is you have to imagine where you are writing. What page are you writing on? And you have to imagine the link that you're making. What page or image, for instance, do you want it to open? So create a link on index.html. Here it is right here. Normal location inside the root folder. So we're imagining all these things are inside the root folder. In this case, the root folder is named root. We don't usually name it root. It's the name of the website, but just to be clear here. We have a subfolder called pages. It's sitting right beside index. We actually have an image right in the root folder. And we have a folder called thumbs. We are going to be using a similar setup before too long, actually. So we're writing on this page, writing HTML here. We want it, when we click on the link here, we want it to open the gallery page. So the visible text would probably just be gallery. But can you imagine the ahref equals what goes inside those quotation marks? To click on the word on this page, it says gallery, and go to that folder. Well, we'll have to tell it to go to the pages folder, and then it can find it inside there, right? Can you write that down on a sheet of paper and try to guess what it's going to be first? Let's take a look. For more, visit the, and that's just lead-in text. That could be anything, right? ahref equals pages / gallery.html. So the idea is when we're going down a level, we could go down a level over and over again. We have lots of levels we want to. You can make a really complicated big chart. There's one in the back of the link chapter that you should look at in the textbook, which is a little more complicated than this. When you go down a level, you go to the name of the folder and then go / and then it's your document name. So here, this written on the index page, we click on the word gallery and we go to the gallery page. Let's look at another one. Okay, now we are writing on this page, on this gallery page, and we want to click a link that will open index, essentially go to the home page, right? Can you imagine how this is going to work? Whenever we go up a level, and we could go up multiple levels if we have a very large and complicated tree of these folders. On the web side, we usually call these directories, but we're used to calling them folders. Either way, it's going to work. Directory and folder is the same thing. So can you imagine what you're going to write here? ahref equals what goes in those quotation marks. That's the key thing. It has to go up. To go up, we go .. Every time we go up, it's .. So can you think about it and write that out? Give it a try. Now, we're going to make the clickable word home. Okay, that makes sense. And back to would be fine for lead-in words, back to the home page. Or it could actually just be a piece of navigation at the top in a navigation bar. But you'd still need the link. .. / index.html. That's the key part right there. All right, let's try another one. Now, we want to put the image, jack.jpg, and here it is right here, on the index page. Well, you say to yourself, is this a relative link? There's no link. It's putting an image someplace, but that uses relative paths just the same. So, what's the path going to be like? First of all, is it going to be an ahref? No, it's not. It's putting an image on there. How do we put an image someplace? Think about it. img src equals quotation marks. What goes in the quotation marks? It's the path to the image. What in this case is the path to the image? To put this image on this page. Well, the path is extremely simple now, right? It's just the name of the image because it's sitting right beside it. When two things sit right beside each other, the path, be it a link or an image, is just the name of the thing. Right? img src equals jack.jpg, and it's nice to have alt text in there too. Okay, here's a more complicated one. Let's put this image, jack.thumb, on this page over here. Okay, how are we going to get there? It's actually not on the same level, truly, because it's in separate subfolders. See? This is in this folder, this one's in this folder. So we're going to have to put this image here, we're going to have to say, what? To find that image, gallery page, you're going to have to go up to pages, over to thumbs, down to thumbs. Okay, can you imagine what that text is like? Up one level, into thumbs, down to jack thumb. You don't have to tell it pages. When you go up to this level, you are just at that level, and you can choose any file or folder that is here. But we still have to go up, and we have to go into thumbs and down. This is an image, remember? How does it work? img src, you should have thought of that because it's an image. We're not making a link. .. thumbs. Go up to this level and find thumbs. And inside there find jack thumb. .jpg. And you can give it alt text also. Can you imagine how you could make that image a link to a different page now? What would you put all the way around that img src? That's not one of my questions here, but you should be able to do it. You put an ahref around that. Once you get the image on a page, then you can decide, do I want to make it a link? If so, when I click on an image, where do I want to go? The ahref is going to decide that. And here is a more complicated setup, actually. In fact, I'm missing the name of the thing down here, whatever that is. Let's see if I can find it for you. Oh, excuse me. Make that page a little, bring that page up a little bit more. Yes, it's called story.html. And then we have some images inside this folder. These are the same level. This is a subfolder. So we have an extra level here. There's the home page, we have an index and about, a news folder, a sports folder. I'm going to leave you with this, perhaps to pause the video for yourself and imagine how would I put the game image on this story page? How would I make a link on headlines to open index, or a link on story to open about? What would those links be like? Can you make them ... find the page? How can I make something really complicated, put the crash image on the headlines page, and then when you click on it, I want to go to the story page under football. So that would be a complicated one. So please consider this and the reading your text and learn to feel confident about relative paths.